A year and a half after my ex left me, she decided to send me a message. I was with this girl for 4 years, so I was still going through the healing process. So I open up my phone one day and I see a message from her. And I open up that message and she's asking me if I still had any of her stuff left at my house. At this time, I had already thrown away everything she had, so there was nothing left at my house that was hers. We broke up because she left me for another guy. And by this time, I didn't have any of her social medias anymore. So I decided to go to her page. And the pictures that she had with the guy, they were not there anymore. They had broken up. That's when it hit me that message that she sent me wasn't really to see if she still had her stuff at my house. She was sending me a breadcrumb message to see how I was going to respond to her. She wanted to know if she still had access to me. Only when they find out the grass isn't greener on the other side that they'll regret the breakup. I never responded to her.
That is exactly how you handle that situation, because I believe what he is saying is true. Of course, there is a small chance that she just really thought she left something over there, but I really doubt it. She was just trying to see how he was going to respond, or if he was going to respond at all, because I believe it was exactly what he said. She wanted to see if she still had access to him. And the only way you handle that situation is you don't handle it. You do nothing. You leave that message on read, and that's it. Now, they can sit there and wonder all day what happened. It does not matter. It has nothing to do with you. When she left to go be with the other dude, all access is denied at that point. Just like when you get fired from your job and your key badge doesn't work anymore, same way. They should have no access to you, because as soon as you give them a little, they're going to try to take more. A lot of these women are very good at manipulating people, so you got to be careful. All you need is for her to come over there wearing a trench coat with nothing under it, and now you back in a relationship. Hell no, let her and Tyrone figure that out, but whatever they got going on ain't got nothing to do with you. Be smart, be careful, and whatever you do, do not be a fool. Good job, my brother, good job.
So me and this man start talking. I'm very intentional about dating. I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to waste anybody else's time. So in the beginning, I'm like, what are you looking for? And he's wants to get married, wants to be a great husband, wants to, be a husband of God, and really just saying all the right things. He's not saying he wants a wife. He's saying he wants to be a husband. He wants to be of service to a wife. He wants to be a good father because he understands like what it means to really, sacrifice and really serve a family and all this stuff. Laying it on thick and sounding good. I'm like, oh, cool. And he had told me 3 to 4 months is pretty much like his timeline before he makes things exclusive as far as boyfriend, girlfriend. So I'm like, okay, cool. Talking, communicating, consistent. He was not perfect by any means. But as far as, playing get to know you, things were going well. Remembering things, invested in my life, my job, my family. Like, we're talking, he's sharing, I'm sharing. We're really getting to know each other.
God damn, so many feelings. What the happened? Get to it.
And not just like, what's your favorite color, but like family history, family dynamics, hard things that happened in your life, worst times of your life, best times of your life, like having those hard conversations. So it gets around month 3. And I say, hey, so what's going on? What's up? And this man looks me in my eye and says, oh yeah, I don't want to be in a relationship. I mean, you're cool to hang out with, but no, I don't want to be in a relationship. So you're telling me you're doing everything that somebody who would want to be in a relationship is doing. You're spending all this time, energy, effort, and money on me. Like somebody who wants to be in a relationship, but you don't want to be. You don't have nothing else better to do. You don't have nothing else that you want to do with your money. Why would you want to be spending your money, your time, and your resources on somebody that you don't like and that you don't want to be with? And I think that's such a loser behavior. One of my pet peeves is to hear men say, or people say something like, oh, he did all that, but he just didn't like you enough to want to be with you. Why would you like somebody just enough to do all the things for dating, but not want to actually be with them? That sounds crazy. We're not going to keep normalizing that. We're not taking that into 2026. If you don't like people, leave them alone. That's what I'm 31. That's what adults do. If you don't like somebody, you don't see a future with them, leave them alone. Otherwise, you're being a loser.
Who gonna tell us, girl? You know what? Never mind. I'll do it. Listen up, lady, because this is gonna be very simple. When the man met you, he liked you. He was attracted to you. He thought you had the potential of being wifey. I'm always saying men have a couple categories they put you in. Wifey, or she's good people. She's a cool girl, somebody I can hang out with, kick it with, even sleep with. But I don't see her as wifey. Or straight up hoe. Somebody you want nothing from but the cheeks. And I'm always saying it is hard to go up a category, but it is very easy to go down a category. So if that man met you and he thought you were wifey, you can easily go down to a hoe. But if he thought you were a hoe, it is hard to go up to a wifey. So in this scenario, he put you in the wifey category. But after spending that much time with you, talking to you, dealing with you, and seeing what you have to offer, he dropped you from wifey down to she's cool, but I don't really want nothing serious from her. I don't think he dropped you all the way down to a hoe category. I think he just dropped you down to not anybody I want anything serious from. Now, this is hard for women to understand because in their heads, they all think they're wifey. So this is very confusing to you. This is why you're making this video and not once did you think it could have been me. Maybe it's something I'm doing, or even worse, something that I'm not doing to make this man realize he doesn't want to wife me. I'm always saying how a lot of you women, y'all come on here talking about what a man should do for you in the talking stage, but y'all always leave out what y'all should be doing for him. Y'all can talk that I'm gonna wait till I'm a wife to show you I'm a wife stuff all you want, but that stuff does not work in the real world. Most men are gonna want to see some wifey traits while you're dating or just in a relationship, but y'all don't want to listen to me. Y'all want to keep doing whatever y'all want to do. But the point is, that's most likely what happened. It isn't that he was playing games. It's not that he's a loser. He thought you were wifey, but every day, every week, your stock was dropping a little bit more until you got down to the, she's a cool person, she could be great for somebody else, but she's not the one for me. It is a hard pill to swallow, but you gotta swallow it. I am willing to bet if I was able to talk to that man, this will probably be exactly what happened. Because in most situations, a man is not gonna play the I want to be in a relationship with you game and wine and dine you for 3-4 months and then turn to you and say, I don't want to be in a relationship anymore. Men normally don't do that. Once they get the cheeks, they normally reveal all of that stuff very early. Because like you said, who wants to keep spending money and take you on dates and wine and dine you for 3-4 months and they've never had any intentions of wifing you? I believe that only a man who was looking at you as wifey would do that stuff, but something happened. I don't know what it is. Something happened. He saw something, maybe some of the stories you guys were sharing. He noticed something about your past, your social media. I don't know what it was, but something spooked him. He chalked up all the money he spent. He chalked up his investment in you. He decided it was better off to just be friends. And in most situations, not all, the man is right when he does that. Now, there are men out there with a lot of money, you know, millionaires, whatever. They might do that. They may waste a girl's time for 3-4 months, making her feel like she's going to be his wifey because he has money to waste and it doesn't matter to him. But I believe average men or above average men, they don't want to waste their resources and more importantly, their time on a chick who they have no intentions of wifing. Most of those guys will say what they got to say to get what they want from you, but then the charades stop right there. They don't drag it on for 3 or 4 months. Of course, there's always going to be exceptions to the rule, but as the rule, I don't think that's going to happen. So that's most likely what happened. You can sit on here and call him a loser all you want. I'm pretty sure he's sitting there watching your video and it makes him feel way better about his decision, but it doesn't change the fact of what actually happened. I say all that to say, he left out the with you. That's it. He still wants a relationship, just not with you. But hey, I could be wrong.
Years ago, while married, I looked into the eyes of a stranger and had this feeling of coming home, a connection just I had never felt before. And, you know, the timing can be more inconvenient because I was married. And so here these people came over. They were potential investors in the project. They had a friend tag along, and that friend was John. And that was the person I had this kind of very special moment of connection with. John and I were kind of in this like bubble of wanting to know every last thing about each other. It wasn't like hot and I want you and romantic. It was like our souls or our beings were like, I just need to be in your presence because what is this? Like it was hard to understand or describe. And I remember hugging him goodbye. I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to see this person again, but wow, I like don't want to let go. Because it's like, I remember like his heart beating against my heart and just like the moment was so evocative. And when they walked into the moonlit sky, I turned to my ex-husband, my then husband, and I said, I just met a soulmate. And my then husband said, I saw, and that was beautiful to witness.
What the hell was that?
What kind of Disney Hallmark Lifetime movie is this? This is why I say you women gotta stop watching those movies. Talk about we came close and we felt each other's heartbeats. This is ridiculous. I understand people fall in love all the time, but come on, man. You can't tell me this doesn't sound like a movie script. That sounds like a Lifetime movie script. And the sad part is this is how a lot of these women pick people. This is probably why she's with the first guy. She probably did the same thing with him, thought it was love, and ended up finding out that he was just a regular old guy. Same thing's probably gonna happen to the new guy. Those initial sparks and that whole thing that y'all get when y'all first meet each other, a lot of times it is not what you think it is. This is why you gotta take your time, get to know somebody, and then you really know how you feel about them. I know people marry the wrong people all the time. I totally understand that. But there is no way my wife, the woman that I chose to marry, is going to be standing next to me flirting with another man. That ain't gonna happen. I mean, soon as she would have said 2 words to him, I would have looked over at her like,
is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a
because that's disrespectful. It's just disrespectful. And I know marriages can be up and down, but you never do anything like that. And I know there are a lot of people out there who are in dead marriages, but you still don't do that to your spouse. And then she turned to him and said, oh baby, I think I found my soulmate. And all he had to say was that was beautiful to witness. That would have went a whole different way for a lot of other men.
Why, you little...
I don't know what they got going on, but it's still disrespectful to do something like that. I am happy she said that's her ex-husband because they definitely need to get divorced. But I just think this whole story is crazy. Good luck to her and the new dude, but more importantly, good luck to her ex-husband. I hope he's out there with a girl who really appreciates him and things worked out for him. But anyway, leave your thoughts on the video. I appreciate you watching. See you next time.